I'm signing into net internet.
Okay, I saw your mark. I thought you were talking to us.
Omagyanaatimirandasya Gyananjanashalakaya Chakshurumilitan Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Mano Vistam Stapitan Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeyam Shri Guru Shri Yukta Padakamanam Shri Gurum Vaishnavam Shri Rupa Sagrajata Sagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Vidamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Gavichandra Swaminiti Namine Namaste Prabhupada Nama Pracharini Granta Vitarana Pritivya Shishagaine Sada Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Satarini Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna. So you are welcome
Hare
today.
Krishna. Thank
So
you,
today
Prabhuji.
we are going to the universal form. So Gora Shakti Prabhu, let us hear your notes before we start, as usual.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yesterday, we continued the opulences of Krishna. Then we started with verse 38. In this verse, Krishna says that he is punishment, morality, silence, and wisdom. And there we got to know what is Mona Varta, which is the vow of silence. Then we continue to 39, and there we learn that nothing can exist without Krishna. That Krishna is the generating seed of all existences. In verse 40, Krishna tells Arjuna, I quote, there is no end to my divine manifestation. What I have spoken to you is but a mere indication of my opulences. In 41, it is mentioned that anything extraordinarily opulent should be considered to represent Krishna's opulence. And last verse was 42. In this verse, Krishna says that there is no need for detailed knowledge, that with a single fragment of himself, he pervades and supports this entire universe. Then in the purports of this text, Srila Prabhupada gives us another name of Shri Krishna, that is Asamodwa, which means no one is superior to Krishna.
What is the meaning of Asamodwa?
Yes, no one is superior to Krishna, and that no one is equal to him. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Very good. Yeah, thank you very much. So quickly we continue to universal form. And, okay, so let me open universal form. That is chapter 11. Can you see my screen? Yeah, that is universal form.
Yes, we can see this.
Yes. So this is the beginning of universal form. So let me talk a little bit about, let me show you the summary of the chapter 11. So let me show you what we are going to do. Are you seeing my screen now?
Yes, Prabhuji.
I've seen it.
So this is chapter 11. So from text 1 to 31, description of Virat Rupa. Like Krishna is going to describe the Virat Rupa to Arjuna. In the beginning, they will talk about Arjuna want to see, and Krishna give him in the vision and everything. Then from 32 to 34, Krishna is telling Arjuna, see, already, now you have seen everything. I've already killed all these people. So just become an instrument, okay? Then after that, in chapter 11, 35 to 46, that will be Arjuna offering prayers to Krishna. Now he realizes that Krishna is the supreme personality, and this person is with now, although I used to joke with him as a friend and all those things, actually is the supreme, the control of everything. So Arjuna will start offering wonderful prayers to Krishna. Then from 35 to 46, then from 47 to 55, so Krishna will describe his two-arm form as the supreme. After showing Arjuna the universal form, then he will show him the four-handed form. Then it will now, Arjuna requested to see that two-handed beautiful form of Krishna, which is the supreme form, most beautiful form of Krishna, Shama Sundar. You know, Arjuna requested for that. And then Krishna will glorify that form and glorify devotional service towards the end of that verse. So that's what we're going to do briefly from in chapter 11. Is that okay?
Yes, Prabhuji. It's okay.
Okay. So, although Krishna is driving, can you see my other screen? I just changed the screen. Do you see it? Although Krishna is driving Arjuna's chariot, he pervades and supports the entire universe. Arjuna therefore wishes to see Krishna's all-pervading form. You know, in chapter 10, Krishna describes that form to him. But now in chapter 11, he wants to see it. He wants Krishna to show it. Okay? So thus, after two introductory verses, Arjuna asks Krishna to reveal his universal form. Okay, so let's go and read now the request of Arjuna. Can you see my Bhagavad Gita, this thing now? Screen.
We still see the page. Not yet for Bhagavad Gita.
Means that I have to off it and share it again.
Okay.
Why many of the devotees are not coming, Jamastami? What is going on?
Oh, I shared the link. I really don't know. I don't know. I've shared it. I've invited plenty of people. I haven't shared personally to some devotees.
No, what I observe is that they always come late. It's not good. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Arjunavacha Madanugraya Paramam Yamadatma Sangitam Yatwak Yoktam Vashatena Hoyam Vigato Mama. Very nice one. Arjuna said, by my hearing the instruction you have kindly given me about this most confidential spiritual subject, my illusion has now been dispelled. Okay, so By hearing the instruction of Krishna, our illusion should be dispelled. So, purport, somebody want to read?
Yes, Prabhuji. Purport.
Please.
This chapter reveals Krishna as the cause of all causes. He is even the cause of the Mahavishnu, from whom the material universes emanate. Krishna is not an incarnation. He is the source of all incarnations. That has been completely explained in the last chapter. Now, as far as Arjuna is concerned, he says that his illusion is over. This means that Arjuna no longer thinks of Krishna as a mere human being, as a friend of his, but as the source of everything. Arjuna is very enlightened and is glad that he has such a great friend as Krishna. But now he is thinking that although he may accept Krishna as the source of everything, others may not. So in order to establish Krishna's divinity for all, he is requesting Krishna in this chapter to show his universal form. Actually, when one sees the universal form of Krishna, one becomes frightened like Arjuna, but Krishna is so kind that after showing it, he converts himself again into his original form. Arjuna agrees to what Krishna has several times said. Krishna is speaking to him just for his benefits. So Arjuna acknowledges that all this is happening to him by Krishna's grace. He is now convinced that Krishna is the cause of all causes and is present in everyone's heart as the super soul. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Prabhupada is clarifying that Arjuna is actually doing this for our own sake. Because for Arjuna to be very close to Krishna, it's not an ordinary living entity like me and you. So he's doing this so that we can all know what it means to be the supreme. Like in India now, it's not common outside in India, but in India, there's so many people who claim to be God. Prabhupada mentioned that, many of them came out from the yogi factory, After performing yoga for some years, they will start claiming that they are God. It's very common in India because Krishna came from that part of the land. So when hearing about the greatness and how God came from that part of the world, they think, oh, me also I can be God, no? If God can come here. So they start claiming to be God. So so such persons, you have to tell them, show me your universal form. Or they will tell you that you don't have the eyes to see. Or tell them also, Krishna gave Arjuna the eyes to see it. So give me the eyes then so that I can see it. But they will always use one logic or the other because they are not the supreme. Because if you are the supreme, then you have to show how you are pervading everything, how you are controlling everything. Krishna showed it, Lord Chaitanya showed it, and all the incarnation of Krishna show how they are the supreme, like that. Okay? Bhavapyayo bhutanam shrutao vistaracho maya tattva kamala patraksha mahatmihamapi shavyayam. O Lotus I1, I have heard from you in detail about the appearance and disappearance of every living entity and have realized your inexhaustible glories. Okay. So Arjuna is addresses Lord Krishna as lotus-eyed. Krishna's eyes appear just like the petals of a lotus flowers. Out of his joy for Krishna, as assured him in a previous chapter, I am Krishna Jagata Prabhava Pralaya Tata. I am the source of the appearance and disappearance of this living entity, material manifestation. Material manifestation. Arjuna has heard of this from the Lord in detail. Arjuna further knows that in spite of his being the source of all appearances and a disappearance, he is aloof from them. So as the Lord has said in the 9th chapter, he is all-pervading, yet he's not personally present everywhere. That is the inconceivable opulence of Krishna, which Arjuna admit that he has thoroughly understood. So we have to understand this inconceivable energy of Krishna also. How Krishna is everything, but at the same time, like how Krishna pervades everywhere. At the same time, you cannot say, okay, the stone is God, or slippers is God. I remember one time I had the philosophy of the Guru Maharaj, the one in Nigeria, where I was some of who met his disciples, and they were telling us how God is everything. So how the shoe is God, the stone is God, the tree is God. How can God be so low like that he becomes everything? That is very low of him. So it's not like that. It's not like God, because God has God pervades everywhere. Then you have become a stone God, you have become shoe God, you have become tree gods. Then you can worship trees, you can worship stones, you can worship anything that comes to your mind. It's not like that. Even though it's all pervading, he has entered all the atoms of the universe. Still, he still have his own personality. Okay. Any comment, question, or contribution? Actually, we always appreciate contribution if you are ready ahead of time.
I guess probably.
Yeah.
I'm just trying. I just want to know if there's any particular name for Krishna that refers to him being all pervading, as in he's in everything at the same time he's aloof of everything.
Vasudev.
All right, thank you.
Vasudev means, that's why it is mentioned. Bahunam Jamanamate. Kyanavama Prapadya Vasudevam Sarvamiti. Samahatma Sudulaba. After many births and deaths, one have cultivated knowledge, and you can know that Krishna is everything. So that form of Krishna in which is known for pervade the universe is called Vasudev. Yes, Stephen Govina Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Jai.
Yes, we've come across this word several times, like open-minded person, and cripple-minded person. So it's like this whole devotional service requires a great thinker. And in the previous chapter, Krishna mentioned that among great thinkers, I am Usana.
I am Kavi.
Yes, Kavi. Yeah. So please, can you elaborate a little bit about this Usana or Kavi?
Hey, Steven, you are taking us to chapter 10 again when we are supposed to be going forward. Hey.
I'm sorry about that, but I really need to clarify this. So
no. Well, okay, what are you going to use it to do? I want to know whether you really need to clarify. When you get clarification, what are you going to do with it? Tell me.
Yes, we are taking footsteps of the previous acharyas. So
okay.
I would like to know what makes this particular Usana a great thinker, so we can take his footsteps.
You want to be a great thinker? Yeah, it's good. Actually, about the Usana, who is Kavi, his name is Kavi. I've not read about him. Okay, he's a sage also. Okay, but I've not read about him. So that is all what we know, all I know about him is from that Bhagavad Gita where Krishna mentioned about him. Okay, other people that Krishna mentioned their name, I've read something in Bhagavatam about them. But this Kavi, I've not seen any particular thing in Srimad Bhagavatam about him, so I don't know. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, Prabhu. Actually, yesterday I was searching about him on the internet, but I could not get so much information. So that's why
what did you get from him? What did you get from him? You did not get so much, means that you got something. So tell us what you got.
Yes, I read that he's one of the sages, as you said, but I still didn't get much information. But I will continue to do my
you say you
research.
didn't get much. Is it only about sages? You do just get okay, it's a sage. What else did you get about him there?
No, I didn't get much. Just read that he's a sage, but to I mean, not to go through all the stress, I decided to come to you for
No.
more
Sometimes you can go
clarification.
through the stress for the benefit of others in the class.
Yes, Prabhu. So I'll continue the search and
Please go
see
on
what
and
is there.
search. Yeah, it's always good for students to make research after the class and really find out things themselves. Because once you find out the things, you become part of you. It becomes yours actually. Okay, let's continue. Yeah. So we are supposed to read from
verse 3.
Okay, are we in 3 now? Yeah.
Yes.
Ivamita yatatatam atmanam parameshwara drastumichamite rupam vaishwayam purushottama. O greatest of all personality, O supreme form, though I see you here before me in your actual position, as you have described yourself, I wish to see how you have entered into the cosmic manifestation. I want to see that form of yours. So we can see Arjuna is requesting Krishna. He want to see the universal form of Krishna. This is the beginning of the request to Krishna. Okay, somebody want to read the purport, please?
Hare Krishna. The Lord said that because he entered into the material universe by his personal representation, the cosmic manifestation has been made possible and is going on. Now, as far as Arjuna is concerned, he is inspired by the statements of Krishna. But in order to convince others in the future who may think that Krishna is an ordinary person, Arjuna desires to see him actually in his universal form, to see how he is acting from within the universe. Although he's apart from it, Arjuna is addressing the Lord as Purushottama. Purushottama is also significant. Since the Lord is the supreme personality of Godhead, he is present within Arjuna himself. Therefore, he knows the desire of Arjuna, and he can understand that Arjuna has no special desire to see him in his universal form. For Arjuna is completely satisfied to see him in his personal form of Krishna. But the Lord can understand also that Arjuna wants to see the universal form to convince others. Arjuna did not have any personal desire for confirmation. Krishna also understands that Arjuna wants to see the universal form to set a criterion. For in the future, there would be so many impostors who would pose themselves as incarnations of God. The people, therefore, should be careful. One who claims to be Krishna should be prepared to show his universal form to confirm his claim to the people. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay. So Krishna, Prabhupada is telling us here. So in India, it's very common. We don't have that problem in Africa. Somebody will not just come and say it's God. I mean, is there anybody like that in Ghana?
It was only recently that one pastor claims that he is Jesus. Yes, Prabhu.
That is serious. So. Guru Maharaj also claimed that in Nigeria, you know. But generally, you don't see it in Africa. But it's very common in India. There's so many of them who think that they are God in India. So many of them. Okay. So we don't have so much of that problem. So we thank God for that. Maya Seyadita Chakyam, Maya Drashtomiti Prabhu, Yogeshwaradato Metam, Dashaya Tama Namavyayam. Translation. If you think that I am able to behold your cosmic form, O my Lord, O Master of all mystic power, then kindly show me the unlimited universal self. Purport. Somebody want to raise?
Purport.
Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Yeah. It is said that one can neither see, hear, understand, nor perceive the Supreme Lord Krishna by the Supreme Lord Krishna by the material senses. But if one is engaged in loving transcendental service to the Lord from the beginning, then one can see the Lord by revelation. Every living entity is only a spiritual spark. Therefore, it is not possible to see or to understand the Supreme Lord. Arjuna, as a devotee, does not depend on this speculative strength. Rather, he admits his limitations as a living entity and acknowledges Krishna's inestimable position. Arjuna could understand Arjuna could understand that for a living entity is not possible to understand the unlimited infinite. If the infinite reveals himself, then it is possible to understand the nature of the infinite by the grace of the infinite. The word Yogeshwara is also very significant here because the Lord has inconceivable power. If he likes, he can reveal himself by his grace, although he is unlimited. Therefore, Arjuna pleads for the inconceivable grace of Krishna. He does not give Krishna orders. Krishna is not obliged to reveal himself unless one surrenders fully in Krishna consciousness and engages in devotional service. Thus, it is not possible for persons who depend on the strength of their mental speculations to see Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. Let us read on from Surrender Unto Me. How many of you have surrendered unto me? How many of you have surrendered unto me?
Hare Krishna, please, the question again.
Do you have surrendered unto me?
Yes, I believe that we.
Yes,
No. Wait. Surrender unto me is a book. Surrender unto me is a book.
Yes, Prabhuji, I have the photocopy.
Okay.
I have the photocopy. Yes.
Stephen, what do you think in your mind? Let me hear Stephen. What were you thinking?
Yeah, we will have to. Surrender unto you unto some point to be here to listen to you. If no, we wouldn't be here. Yeah.
No, you were thinking. So you were thinking that I ask you to surrender to me. Why would I tell you to surrender to me? I'm here to teach you to surrender to Krishna.
Yes,
Why are you thinking like that?
But you are our spiritual master now. So to surrender to Krishna, we must surrender to Srila Prabhupada. So it's still the param system, I believe.
Stephen, it's okay to speak all your philosophy. Just calm down, okay? Why would I tell you to surrender unto me? If you don't understand what I'm saying, just ask me a question, okay?
Okay, Prabhu.
Okay, so there's a book called Surrender Unto Me, just like Prabhu Chaitanya Prima said. I'm asking you, what do you have the book called Surrender Unto Me? Okay?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah, you say you have a copy.
Yes.
I heard you.
Yes.
You say you have a copy. So I'm asking others. How many of you have the book Surrender Unto Me?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, we don't have it.
Okay. So how many of you want a copy?
I do.
You want
Who say I do? Who say I do? Who say I do?
I do, Prabhu. I want a copy.
Ah, very good. So, yeah, Prabhu already have a copy. Very good. So, all of you want a copy, please just send 2,000 naira to Prabhu Chitaya Prima, okay? Because the book,
Okay, Prabhu.
Chitaya Prima Prabhu, is that okay?
It's not enough. It's not okay. Oh.
It's not always enough.
You are doubting me. It's just a 10,000 naira.
Chitaya Prabhu. Prabhu Chitaya Prima Prabhu, you are not the owner of the book now.
10,000. Ask Gola Shakti now. Ask Gola Shakti how much will you take make photocopy? Just to make the photocopy, how much?
Gora Shakti, how much did you spend, Prabhu Gora Shakti?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Okay. I know that it is more than that, but I can't remember the figure. I didn't note it.
Okay.
Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
That is for you to photocopy. Chitaya Prima Prabhu, I'm telling them to give them the soft copy so that they can go and photocopy themselves.
Thank you.
Chitaya Prima Prabhu, did you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you, Baba.
Mm-hmm. So please, sorry, you people will be seeing my mouth dancing. I'm just trying to take something so that I can get energy to talk about Krishna, okay?
Yeah, that's very important, Prabhuji.
So once you give your donation to Prabhu Chitaya Prima, you let me know. I will forward to you, okay? The book is very, very important for you to understand Bhagavad Gita. Let us talk from the book so that you can know the importance of the book now. And then, Brother Shakti Prabhu, please, before the class, always read from the book what we are going to read in the next in the book. Always read from it before you come to class, Brother Shakti Prabhu.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you for the advice.
Yeah, when you read it, then you can be able to, we can discuss, you can ask questions, we can talk more. Okay?
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji, for the piece of advice.
Yeah. So it is mentioned here in Surrender Unto Me. In 10:16, Arjuna requested to hear the details of Krishna unlimited opulence. But Krishna gave only 82 examples. Okay? See now, when we are talking about the opulences of Krishna, we didn't count it. But here, in this book, they are telling us that Krishna gave how many? 82. Okay? Example. So Arjuna, having had but an insignificant fragment of Krishna glory, is now eager to see Krishna all-pervading form of unlimited opulence. Actually, Arjuna will gain nothing for himself by seeing this form. Yata, as it is, means that Arjuna already accept Krishna to and form as supreme. He called Krishna both Purushottam and Parameshwara, the best of personality and the supreme Lord. Why then does Arjuna request to see? As Srila Prabhupada called it in the purport to 11.8, Krishna fearsome, godless display of opulence, a form that devotees generally never wish to see. So Srila Prabhupada found Arjuna reason in his purport to both texts 1 and 3. Arjuna no longer think of Krishna as a mere human being, as a friend of his, but as the source of everything. So Arjuna is very enlightened and is glad that he has such a great friend as Krishna. But now he's thinking that although he may accept Krishna as the source of everything, others may not. So in order to establish Krishna's divinity for all, he's requesting Krishna in this chapter to show his universal form. Okay? Arjuna wants to see the universal form to set a criterion for in the future, there will be so many posters who will pose themselves as the incarnation of God. The people, therefore, should be careful. One who claims to be Krishna should be prepared to show his universal form to confirm his claim to the people. Arjuna continuing in request in text 4. Okay. So we are going to read text 5 now. We have read text 4, isn't it? We just finished reading test 4, isn't it?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, it is.
So
Yes, it is.
so the explanation of test 4. Somebody wants to read, who can see? Somebody can see?
Yes, Prabhu, I can see it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it means that your eyes is very sharp. Please read.
Text 4. The word Yogeshwara, master of all mystic power, is used by Arjuna to indicate that he feels himself unqualified to see the universal form, but that he has faith that Krishna can enable him to see it by his mystic power. The word Prabhu as used here can also mean one who has the capacity, power, or strength to show the universal form. Srila Prabhupada explained this point in his purport. Arjuna could understand the unlimited infinite. If the infinite reveals himself, then it is possible to understand the nature of the infinite. By the grace of the infinite, the word Yogeshwara is also very significant here because the Lord has inconceivable power. If he likes, he can reveal himself by his grace. Although he is unlimited, therefore Arjuna plead for the inconceivable grace of Krishna. He does not give Krishna orders. Krishna is not obliged to reveal himself unless one surrenders fully in Krishna consciousness and engages in devotional service. Krishna responds by offering to show Arjuna the opulence he spoke of in chapter 10. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So Krishna, see, the importance of what is mentioned here is that Krishna is not obliged to reveal himself unless one surrender fully. Because if you are not surrender, you cannot understand. One example is when Krishna went to the assembly of the Kurus on a peace mission to make peace between the Kauravas and the Pandavas. Krishna reveals the universal form in that assembly. But Duryodhana saw the universal form. He didn't believe Krishna. What kind of magic he's doing? Capture him, catch him. See, because he's not a devotee. So he could not understand, could not appreciate the universal form. Just like Arjuna is going to do it when Krishna will reveal to him here. So that is why you see, Krishna will not come and show himself to unbelievers. Many of them will say, there is no God, there is no God. It doesn't need to like prove himself, hey, here I am. Because if you don't have love for him, you don't surrender to him, what is the use? You will still look down on him. So that is the point. Okay? So let's continue our reading. Some people network is disturbing them, so their internet is disconnecting them and connecting them back. It's all right. We read this one. We are going to the next one, isn't it?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, it is, Prabhu.
Now Krishna will start speaking. You already requested Krishna wants to see the universal form. Shri Bhagavan Vasha Pashyami Partarupani Shataso Tasasrasaha Nana Vidani Divyani Nana Vana Kritini Cha. Okay, the Supreme Personality of God has said, my dear Arjuna, O son of Pritha, see now in my opulences hundreds of thousands of very divine and multicolor forms. Okay, Krishna is telling Arjuna to see. Somebody want to read purport?
Hare Krishna. Purport.
Yeah.
Arjuna wanted to see Krishna in his universal form, which, although a transcendental form, is just manifested for the cosmic manifestation, and is therefore subject to the temporary time of this material nature. As the material nature is manifested and not manifested, similarly, this universal form of Krishna is manifested and not manifested. It is not eternally situated in the spiritual sky like Krishna's other forms. As far as a devotee is concerned, he is not eager to see the universal form, but because Arjuna wanted to see Krishna in this way, Krishna reveals this form. This universal form is not possible to be seen by any ordinary man. Krishna must give one the power to see it. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So here we are meant to understand by Srila Prabhupada that this universal form is not what? Who can answer the question? Without looking the book.
Sorry, Prabhu. Come again. I didn't get the question.
The universal form is Prabhupada mentioned the purpose that universal form is not what? What is this? What is special about universal form?
That is not it's not permanent. I don't know if the word is correct. Like the other forms.
Yeah.
It is subjected to the time of
you
this.
can go to the purport also and read it directly, no problem. Somebody want to say it? You can read it if you want.
Yes.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Okay. But Prabhupada says that the universal form is not eternal like the spiritual form that is in the spiritual sky.
It is not eternally situated in the spiritual sky like Krishna other forms.
Yes.
Okay? That's what Prabhupada said. So it means that this universal form is only manifested here in the material world. It is not there in the universal form. And the universal form of Krishna is so gigantic, but they cannot relate with it also. They cannot fall in love with that form. Like other form of Krishna, like Nishingadev, we dress Nishingadev, you know, we do abhishek for Nishingadev, you know, all the other form of Krishna, Ramachandra, on the appearance day, we do abhishek for them, we dress them every day. All these other forms, devotee can relate with them, but the universal form, you know, you cannot relate with the universal form because it's not pervaded naturally. So there's no bath for universal form for devotees. Actually, Arjuna asking this to see this universal form, just like Prabhupada explained. For Arjuna, is like a step down. So that is why Arjuna is not asking for his own purpose, for his own interest. He's asking for our own benefit so that we can know this is the supreme personality of God. This is why we worship Krishna. This is why he's worshipable, because he is the prime cause of all causes. And he can reveal how he's doing that in his universal form. Okay? So unlike, you know, other form of Krishna, universal form is a material manifestation of Krishna's pervasiveness. So for devotees, there's no any pure devotee of Krishna who like having strong desire. Oh, Krishna, I want to see your universal form. No, they want to see the beautiful form of Krishna in the form of Shamashunda, holding flute to his mouth and dancing. That is the form the pure devotees want to see. Like that. So that is it. Okay. Malalia Babu, any question or comment?
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Want to ask question or you want to comment, Prabhu?
No comment yet.
And no question.
No, please. I understand what you are saying.
And no contribution.
It will come later.
Contribution also is allowed, okay?
It will come later.
Yeah, this is adult education. The conversation should be two ways. That is why I say Prabhu Shakti should read Surrender Unto Me.
Okay.
We should read the verses we are supposed to read before the class. Like now we are studying chapter 11. We should, by now you're supposed to be reading chapter 11, almost going to the end. So that when we come to class, the conversation will be both ways. Oh, I read in this purpose say like this, like that.
Okay. Okay, Prabhu.
If not, it will just be like ordinary lecture. It will only me speaking, you know. But it's not supposed to be
That
like
is not good. Yeah, it's true, Prabhu.
Okay. Okay, let's continue.
Okay, thank you for your advice.
Yeah. Pashyadityam Basurudran Swano Maruta Sata Baunya Drishta Purvani Pasyaschayani Bharata. O best of the Bharatas, see here the different manifestation of Adityas, Vasus, Rudras, Ashwini Kumaras, and all other demigods. Behold the many wonderful things which no one has ever seen or heard of before. We remember Krishna was saying of all the Adityas and this, of the Rudras and this. So now he's showing Arjuna all those things practically. Yeah. Even though Arjuna was a personal friend of Krishna and the most advanced of learned men, it was still not possible for him to know everything about Krishna. Here it is stated that humans have neither heard nor known of all these forms and manifestations. Now Krishna revealed these wonderful forms. Ika sam jaga Krishna pasyadya sacharan charam mama deya godakesha yacha yadrashumi chasi. Oh Arjuna, whatever you wish to see, behold, at once in this body of mine. This universal form can show you whatever you now desire to see and whatever you may want to see in the future. Everything moving and non-moving is here completely in one place. Now, have we already started imagining what the universal form is all about?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Whatever is going on in this universe and whatever is going to be going on in the future, Krishna is showing Arjuna. The present, past, and future is showing Arjuna in that form. That was Prabhupada mentioned. That is what Krishna is saying here. Very, very important to take note of that. Because whatever is going to be happening in this universe, at least for the rest of the Lord Brahma's life, Krishna knows everything. Why? Because for Mahavishnu, the whole entire life of Lord Brahma is just one exhalation. How long does it take you to breathe out? You are breathing in and breathing out. It's not a strenuous effort. You don't breathe with strenuous effort. Very easily you breathe, There's no hard work in breathing. It's just normal until when you are doing meditation and they ask you to focus on your breathing, then you will now be conscious of the breathing. Normally, most of us are not conscious of our breathing. That is why sometimes when you sit down to do meditation, you focus on your breathing. You breathe in, you breathe out, you control the breathing. So Arjuna, Krishna is telling Arjuna about this because why? Krishna knows past, present, and future. And when we say Krishna knows past, present, and future, what it means is that the one exhalation of Krishna breathing out. How long does it take you to breathe out? It's almost not up to a second. So that is the number, that is Krishna breathing out. That is how we are existing in this world. And just Krishna breathing out in form of Mahavishnu, or Gabodakashai Vishnu, Lord Brahma, we are existing for Lord Brahma's years, which is 311 trillion years. 311 trillion years. In the beginning of this 311 trillion, we don't know where we are. Now we are here. In the future, we will not know whether we already escaped and go back home, back to God, or we still remain here for those who are not serious about this part of devotional service. What I'm trying to say is that just for that long duration of time is very insignificant in the eyes of Mahavishnu. So if, when the Lord is breathing just half a second, so for him to know what is going on just between that is breath of half a second, it's not difficult for him. Now I'm giving you the helicopter view of God, how he's seeing everything. Like for him to breathe in, it's nothing. But just breathing out, that's how we exist. When he breathes in, another trillions of years, then we are inside him again. Another trillions of years, breathing, we breathe out, we're coming out again, running up and down, going here, living for 100 years, living for 10,000 years, jumping up and down, try to gratify ourselves. Then he breathes in, we go back inside his body. And like that, we are just roaming about, going different parts of the universe. Now, by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, we are getting the prasad. So we should try to escape from this prison house by surrendering to Krishna and go to that eternal abode of Krishna, where we will join his eternal devotees. Those ones, they never come here. They're eternally there. So we have to join them and we'll become happy forever with them also. Okay? So here Krishna say he knows everything, past, present, and future. So I'm just trying to let you know how it's not very difficult for him. That's why I'm explaining all these things. Okay. Natumam Satya se drashtum ani naiva swa shakshusa divyam dadamite shakshu pashyame yogama ishwaram. But you cannot see me with your present eyes. Therefore, I give divine eyes. Behold my mystic opulence. So Krishna saying, Arjuna cannot see with his present eyes. Why? The Acharya has already explained, because Arjuna is very high, on the high level. He's seeing Krishna directly in the Supreme Personality form, face to face. So for him to see his material manifestation of the universal form, Arjuna is not material, he's completely pure and spiritual. So for him to see the universal form, which is material, how Krishna pervades everything material, he has to give him material eyes. He stepped down. That's just like we need a spiritual eyes to see Krishna. Okay. So but Arjuna need to get material eyes to see Krishna. But here is mentioned that it also is divine also. The eyes is divine because there's nothing actually to Krishna that is material. Everything is divine in the eyes of Krishna because everything is coming from Krishna. Krishna is divine. Okay? We are the one who is seeing discrimination, but the material form is just material manifestation of Krishna. So Arjuna needs that eyes to see because Arjuna is already on transcendental platform. He's seeing Krishna's internal form. When we come to the end of this chapter, we're going to hear about that. Arjuna said, Krishna, I prefer that to your beautiful form. I beg, I want to see that one again. Okay. Somebody want to read the purport?
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Anaga Moini.
Purport. A pure devotee does not like to see Krishna in any form except his form with two hands. A devotee must see his universal form by his grace, not with the mind, but with spiritual eyes. To see the universal form of Krishna, Arjuna is told not to change his mind, but his vision. The universal form of Krishna is not very important. That will be clear in the subsequent verse. Yet, because Arjuna wanted to see. Okay. Subsequent verses. Thank you. Yet, because Arjuna wanted to see it, the Lord gave him the particular vision required to see that universal form. Devotees who are currently situated in transcendental relationship with Krishna are attracted by loving by loving features, not by a godless display of opulences.
Godless displays of yes, continue.
The playmates of Krishna, the friend of Krishna, and the parents of Krishna never want Krishna to show his opulences. They are so immersed in pure love that they do not even know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In their loving exchange, they forget that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated that the boys who play with Krishna are all highly pious souls, and after many, many births, they are able to play with Krishna. Such boys do not know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They take him as a personal friend. Therefore, Sukadev Goswami recited this verse. Prabhu, please, would you help me?
Itam shatam brahma sukhanu bhuttya dasyam gatanam param daivatina maya shritanam naradarakena sakam vijaru krita punya punjaha.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. Here is the Supreme Person who is considered the impersonal Brahma by great sages, the Supreme Personality of Godhead by devotees, and a product of material nature by ordinary men. Now, those boys who have performed many, many pious activities in their past lives are playing with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, 12, 11. The fact is that the devotee is not concerned with seeing the Vasurupa.
Vishwarupa. Are you there? Your network is gone.
Vishwarupa, the universal to Vajina wanted to see it to substantiate. To substantiate Krishna's statement, so that in the future people could understand that Krishna not only theoretically or philosophically presented himself as the supreme, but actually presented himself as such to Arjuna. Arjuna must confirm this because Arjuna is the beginning of the parampara system. Parampara system. Thank you. Those who are actually interested in understanding the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, and who follow in the footsteps of Arjuna should understand that Krishna not only theoretically presented himself as the Supreme, but actually revealed himself as the Supreme. The Lord gave Arjuna the necessary power to see his universal form because he knew that Arjuna did not particularly want to see it, as we have already explained. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. So let's go to Surrender Unto Me. And let's share some nectar from there. So very nice. So Krishna used the word pasya 3 times in the last 2 verses, okay, to see. He is emphasizing that Arjuna should just see this wonderful universal form which has never been seen before. Although an aspect of it was once shown to Duryodhana. In an attempt to avoid the upcoming battle of Kurukshetra, Maharaj Yudhishthira sent Krishna to Duryodhana as a messenger of peace. Duryodhana and Krishna response. Duryodhana and Karna response, however, was foolish. To express their disdain for the Pandava strength, they plotted to bind Krishna with ropes and throw him into prison. Only a great devotee such as Yasoda Devi, however, can evoke submission within the unlimited powerful Lord and bind him. So binding Krishna was impossible for Duryodhana because he was envious and the voice of bhakti. So Duryodhana and Karna attempt only cause Krishna to laugh out loud, saying, "You cannot bind me. I exist everywhere." At that time, Krishna showed part of his universal form to a frightened yet still submissive Duryodhana. Duryodhana continued to minimize Krishna despite his show of power by saying, "Oh, Krishna simply has some mystic powers." The universal form shown to Duryodhana was only a partial manifestation of the universal form Krishna will show to Arjuna. Srila Prabhupada explained the significance of the word ekastam in his purport to 7. Arjuna will inconceivably be able to see the whole universe, including all space and time, past, present, and future, ekastam, while remaining in one place, on one part of Krishna's body. So this is very, very interesting because nobody has this opportunity to see the whole universe, past, present, and future, just sitting in one place and you're seeing all these things. How the Lord pervade everywhere. So it's not possible. Unless you come in contact with Krishna, it's not possible. It's not possible. That's what is going on there now. Okay. Let's continue. If there's any comment that comes out or question, we'll do. So very soon we'll do some exercise also.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Lila Sukha. Or is it Bhavananda?
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Srila
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Prabhu, I want to ask. So, from what you just read, so it means Krishna shows the universal form to Duryodhana too, but not all.
Partial.
Oh, okay.
And also, even though he's showing him, he could not appreciate it. He was saying, Krishna is showing some mystic power. Go and bind him, He could not appreciate it. So that is why only devotee can appreciate the universal form of Krishna, actually. Duryodhana did not appreciate it. That's why he could not respect Krishna. Yes, Guru Shakti Prabhu.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Okay.
Yeah.
In the purport to this text, Srila Prabhupada pointed out that the parents of Krishna did not really consider him to be the supreme personality of Godhead.
Yeah, right.
Then, yes, I can understand through this that when we are in close contact with great personalities, such as you Brahmanas and gurus, so you have to beware because we are going to mistake you as us. So there is something that is very important there. When you are in contact with great personalities, try not to give them or to bring them to your level. It is
Guru Shakti Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
That statement is not referring to that.
Okay.
Okay. Let's clear things a little bit. What Prabhupada is saying there is that, see, the devotee of Krishna, they have so much love for Krishna that they just want to serve him. Whether they are his mother or Mother Yashoda or Nanda Maharaj, they just love their son so much. They don't care whether he's the supreme God or this. Oh, my boy have not eaten. Go and get him food. Oh, my boy has not wear shoe. Go and get him food. Because that is their mood to serve Krishna. Okay? And the gopis, they say Krishna as their boyfriend. Oh, our boyfriend. Oh, he's very handsome. Oh, we want to go and beautiful, And like that, his friend, Madhu Mangal and Subal Sridham, they say, which kind of friend are you? Me and you, we are equal. They want to climb on his shoulder. They chase after him. They do police and thief pastimes and all those things. So all these things to make us to understand how Krishna reciprocates with his devotees, completely different with what you are saying about you relating with senior devotees. Okay? So I'm just saying, let me say so that we don't mess it up, okay? When you're with your senior devotees or brahmanas or whatever, very senior devotees, just do yourself, do your best to be humble and do your duty, whatever you need to do, and get out of there. So don't be too familiar that you start trying to behave like a devotee or Krishna devotee and devotee. No, that is not applicable here. I'm just trying to draw attention to that is not applicable in the way you are explaining it about you relating with senior devotees or brahmanas, about being intimate with them, then you should not be angry or whatever. No, or whatever. I don't understand. I just understand the parts that you are trying to equate Krishna relationship working with his devotee and the relationship between the senior devotee and the junior devotees. It's not the same, okay? So
Okay.
our Vaishnava etiquette tells that we should respect the senior devotees.
Yes.
So we have three kinds of senior devotees. We have those devotees who are senior by age. Some people is devotee who is senior by position, and devotee who is senior by advancement. Okay, so these are the different category of seniority. So we have to respect them accordingly like this. So we should not misunderstand that point. Any other thing you want to say regarding that based on what I just clarified?
Not yet, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
So you can think about it. If you have anything, we can still talk and clarify it more. Okay. But it cannot be, equated to devotee Krishna relationship with his pure devotee and devotee relating among each other. It's completely different.
Okay.
So let's continue.
Okay.
Sanjaya uvacha hiva muktva tato rajan mahayogeshwaro hari dashayama sapartaya paramam rupamaishwayam. Oh, Sanjaya said, okay, having spoken to us, the Supreme Lord of all mystics, of all mystic power, this personality of God displays universal form to Arjuna. So not only Arjuna who was seeing this universal form, even Sanjaya was blessed by Vyasadeva. So because he was blessed by Vyasadeva, him also was seeing the universal form. So Sanjaya was witnessing. So now we are hearing about Sanjaya so that we can know that he witnessed this transcendental form also. Okay. Aneka vatram nayanam, aneka adbhuta darshanam, aneka divyambaranam, divya neko dyataya yudam, divya mayambaram daram, divya gadanupe lepanam, sarvaschaya mayam devam ananta vishato mukam. So Sanjaya is giving description of what he saw. Arjuna saw in that universal form unlimited mouth, unlimited eyes, unlimited wonderful visions. The form was decorated with many celestial ornaments and bore many divine appraised weapons. It wore celestial garland and garments, and many divine saints were always smearing over his body. All was wondrous, brilliant, and unlimited. I'm sorry, unlimited, brilliant, unlimited, and all expanding. Purport. Somebody want to read? It's very short. Ilasuka, you want to read? Okay.
In these two verses,
Krishna.
the repeated use of the word many indicate that there was no limit to the number of hands, mouths, legs, and other manifestations Arjuna was seeing. These manifestations were distributed throughout the universe, but by the grace of the Lord, Arjuna could see them while sitting in one place. That was due to the inconceivable potency of Krishna.
So Thank you very much. So some of us, we cannot understand how these things are possible. Let me break it down a little bit. See, Sanjaya was the one describing this to us now, what he saw. Okay, the Bhagavad Gita itself started from Sanjaya speaking. The Dhritarashtra asked a question from Sanjaya, and they started speaking. So it's like we are hearing the dialogue of what Sanjaya is telling the Dhritarashtra, and that is what we are hearing in the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so how is this possible? Okay, very good. So in the olden days, in the previous ages, people are so advanced. They are so advanced that they don't need phones. Because some of us, we think that in the olden days, in the previous age, or previous ages like Tetra, Satya, how are people communicating with each other? You know, how do they communicate? Now, just few years ago, we started having phones. So how people were communicating with each other? How do we get this scripture that we are reading now? And it's like when you are looking, when you're imagining it, you see like a picture of what is going on. How is this possible? Because those days people were very, very advanced. They are much, much advanced than us that we cannot even imagine. The great wonders of the world give us clear indication of this. There are some great wonders of the world. Even the scientists, they cannot imagine, they cannot understand how those things come into existence. Because for them, even their crane and all their big equipment in this modern day cannot even undo those things. So they are still baffled to make, to research, to know how all these things were possible. Very simple. People were much more advanced than us in those days. That is the answer. They are much, much advanced. Those days, people don't need aeroplane to where all of you have to come together and as a passenger, and money is going to one person's pocket. Boeing, what is the name of that owner of the plane? And as all of you are buying, as they are buying the plane, all of money is going to his pocket, is becoming more and more richer. Those days, it's not like that. People were so advanced, they can fly in. They will just pick their broom, they sit on the broom, and they start flying in the air. Or they can just take a carpet and just start flying in the air. And some of them, they have chariots that fly in the air, move according to their mood, that move according to their mind. All those things that I wish our wizards are doing in our village, and we are condemning them, because they know the heart of doing it, and we condemn them. This was the science people were using those days. Now, because the Igbo people, they saw that this was very, very much more advanced, they were condemning them so that we will not appreciate and value them. Then when we catch a woman flying in the day and he hang on the electric pole, all of us gather together to stone the woman. Instead of us to find out from the woman, please come and tell us the science of how you fly in the air. Come and show us the science. You just take a stick and you start flying in the air. Come and show us the science. Let us do it, But the Igbo people have brainwashed us, and we make us think that all these things that the blacks are doing, they are fetish and bad and all those kind of things. Okay, so what I'm trying to say, what you see those witches and wizards doing is just mere indication of what was going on in the olden days, how people can fly at the will to go to wherever they like. So those days, they don't need the airplane. Okay, you just fly. They fly, and the mind is the is the one controlling where they go. Okay, so those days, they don't need a decoder that you have to subscribe every month to DSTV, or Joy TV. Every month you have to pay so much money to watch. No, people don't need those. They don't need those days. People were so much advanced. Some of them have clairvoyance. They can sit down and watch TV and know what is going on in America, know what is going on in China, and they can just sit down and meditate and see what is going on anywhere they want to be. They can see what is going on very clear and very bright, like the TV you are watching today. That is how the mind, they give them pictures also, very clear. Okay, so that is why the same thing also Sanjaya was doing. Sanjaya was sitting in the palace of the Dhritarashtra, and he was seeing what is going on. Who gave him that vision? Vyasadeva. So if Vyasadeva, who can give him that power to be able to see what is going on in in miles and miles away. Are you telling me that also it doesn't have the same power? That is why he was able to compile the scriptures. Because he has such power to see what is going on in different parts of the universe or anywhere in the universe. And when those activities are connected to the Lord, he put it down for our own purpose. That's why we have Srimad Bhagavatam, we have all these wonderful books, Bhagavad Gita, and also many wonderful books we have. Because this great personality sat down and put all these wonderful things together for us by the mercy of Krishna for our own liberation. Vyasadeva told Narada Muni told Vyasadeva to put Bhagavatam together. Okay, so Vyasadeva sat down and he went into meditation and put Bhagavatam together for our purpose, for our own sake. So that is what is going on. So here, Arjuna seeing the vision, Arjuna could see them while sitting in one place. It's the same thing like Sanjaya sitting in the house and saying the same thing Arjuna is saying. You are the mercy of Vyasadeva. So these are, so when people ask you how did your scripture come about, you tell them all these things I've just explained now. Because sometimes people they think that scriptures are compiled by a human being. That's why some of them don't want to have faith, they don't want to believe in the scripture. No. Our own scripture is not compiled by one human beings. It's compiled by great personalities, Vyasadeva, who is Apurusheya. It's not limited. You know, it's incarnation of Krishna himself, and it doesn't have the fourth defect of human being, tendency to make mistake, tendency to cheat, illusion, to be illusion, and the fourth one, what is that? The fourth tendency to commit mistakes. So it doesn't have that, it doesn't have any of these faults. So that is why it can give us this absolute truth in form of the scripture. Okay? So when he was narrating it to Ganesh, Ganesh was writing. So you can understand what it means when you get scripture from. So these are what we are saying, okay? Let's continue. Okay, let's go to the next verse. Stephen Govinda, are you still there? Divi Surya Sahasrasya Bhave Yoga Pariyutita Yadiva Sadrishi Sasya Vasasasya Mahatmana. If hundreds of thousands of suns were to rise at once into the sky, their radiance might resemble the effulgence of the Supreme Person in that universal form. Just imagine. They are talking about how many suns? Hundreds of thousands of suns. You can imagine how brilliant. Just imagine how just one sun. Can you gaze at this one sun for like 30 minutes? What will happen to your eyes? If you gaze at this our sun for,
you won't be able to see anything again. Everywhere will be dark.
Your eyes will be affected. Yes. So, but see, it's mentioned here that the effulgence from that universal form that Sanjaya and Arjuna seen is like hundreds of thousands of suns will rise at once. Means that they're very, very bright. That is why many of the pages they conclude that the absolute truth is impersonal Brahman, effulgence. Because before you can see the Lord himself, now they are talking about the universal form. Okay? Even effulgence is around this universal form, its effulgence is around the universal form. So if somebody sees the effulgence, and he may just conclude that that is the Supreme God. He doesn't know that beyond that effulgence is the form itself. So there is, see, it's been described here. Somebody want to read the purport, please? Yes.
Purport. What Arjuna saw was indescribable. Yet Sanjaya is trying to give a mental picture of that great revelation to Dhritarashtra. Neither Sanjaya nor Dhritarashtra was present, but Sanjaya, by the grace of Vyasa, could see whatever happened. Thus, he now compares the situation, as far as it can be understood, to an imaginable phenomenon, etc. Thousands of suns. Example.
Yeah. Okay. just trying to compare. 1 minute. So let's read a little bit of Surrender to Me. Somebody will read. Then go to the, this is from this commentary on test 8. Somebody want to read? Can you see? Somebody who can see? If your eye is very sharp.
It has not come up, bro.
Okay.
Okay, it's up now.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. Krishna uses the word divyam to describe the divine eyes or vision he will award to Arjuna. Okay. Oh, I cannot because of my computer. There are some pictures that hide that part. Yes.
Somebody who doesn't use computer can use to read.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Krishna uses the word divyam to describe the divine eyes or vision he will award to Arjuna to enable Arjuna to behold his universal form. Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakura poses and then answers the following question. Why did Arjuna need Krishna's gift of divine eyes to see his universal form when he was already so qualified that he was able to see Krishna's supreme form? His two-armed form, Divya Chakshu, refers to the vision of a demigod who, although having devotion, possesses material desires. It is divine because it is far above the vision of an ordinary man. Although it cannot compare with the true divine love saturated vision possessed by a pure devotee, without divya vision, an exalted devotee such as Arjuna would have remained uninterested in the Lord's universal form. His consciousness was already always focused on Krishna in his two-armed form. Yashoda Devi, for example, while testing whether or not Krishna had eaten dirt, showed no interest whatsoever in Krishna's universal form. The universal form revealed to Yashoda did not contain the ghastly, destructive Kala Rupa aspects that Arjuna will later see. In his purport, Srila Prabhupada shows that Arjuna's attainment of divine vision was not a sign of Arjuna's advancing, because Krishna specifically awards only the vision of the demigod and not the demons mentality, which may have bred within Arjuna attachment for the universal form. A pure devotee does not like to see Krishna in any form except his form with two hands. A devotee must see his universal form by his grace, not with the mind, but with spiritual eyes. To see the universal form of Krishna, Arjuna is told not to change his mind, but his vision. The universal form of Krishna is not very important. It will be clear in subsequent verses. Yes, because Arjuna, to be clear in subsequent verses.
That will be clear.
Okay, that will be clear in subsequent verses. Yet, because Arjuna wanted to see it, the Lord gives him the particular vision required to see that universal form. Devotees who are correctly situated in a transcendental relationship with Krishna are attracted by loving features, not by a godless display of opulence. The playmates of Krishna, the friends of Krishna, and the parents of Krishna never wants Krishna to show his opulences. They are so immersed in pure love that they do not even know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In their loving exchange, they forgot that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated that the boys who played with Krishna are all highly pious souls, and after many, many births, they are able to play with Krishna. Such boys do not know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They take him as a personal friend. And again, as in his purports to text 2 and 3, Prabhupada explains the actual purpose behind Arjuna's desire. The fact is that the devotee is not concerned with seeing the Vishvarupa, the universal form, but Arjuna wanted to see it to substantiate Krishna's statement so that in the future, people could understand that Krishna not only theoretically or philosophically presented himself as the supreme, but actually presented himself as such to Arjuna. Arjuna must confirm this because Arjuna is the beginning of the Parampara system. Those who are actually interested in understanding this supreme personality of Godhead, Krishna, and who follow in the footsteps of Arjuna should understand that Krishna not only theoretically presented himself as the supreme, but actually revealed himself as the supreme. The Lord gave Arjuna the necessary power to see his universal form because he knew that Arjuna did not particularly want to see it, as we have already explained. Until this point, Krishna has only spoken about the universal form in the next verse. In the next verse, Krishna gives Arjuna the Divya Shakshu, the divine vision that will allow Arjuna to actually see it. Hare Krishna.
So you have read a long explanation in that surrender to me. So I want to ask some few questions. So what is being explained about the divine division? What do you understand by the divine? The vision is called divine. What do you understand by that? The divine what do you understand by the divine vision given to Arjuna? What do you understand? Anybody can unmute and answer the question. Is Mother Gandhari there? I'm seeing Mother Gandhari there. Are you there, Mata, or you are still, or you're just on the phone? Ananga Moini is still there. Babananda Luna Suka, are you there? Yeah. So did you get my question? Okay, go ahead. Somebody answer the question.
Because it's called divine vision because
your mouth is far from your mic.
Okay. It's divine vision because it's not seen by the ordinary eye, but the supreme eye.
No, you didn't get the purport. You didn't get the purport. Okay, try again. Oh. Try again. Go and queue at the back. Somebody else? Go and queue at the back. You'll come back again. Somebody else?
I get your problem.
No, you just read. Actually, let somebody try. No, I don't. Hey, okay. wait. You just read it. Okay. I want to see whether others are listening. Oh, what is the explanation about the divine eyes? The divine Shakshu that Krishna gave to Arjuna. What is the explanation in that surrender to me? Please unmute yourself and speak. If you don't get it, you queue at the back again. Don't worry. Nobody will kill you. Try something. Stephen, you are thinking. Gorashakti Prabhu, are you thinking?
Yes, Prabhuji, I'm thinking.
Why you not listening to the purports? You are thinking, okay. You're allowed to think, but think very fast. Okay. We have 5 minutes to think very fast. If you are, I want you to discuss what we just read. Yeah.
Let me try again.
Okay, so you have come forward now because
no, because Arjuna was asked to change his vision, not his mind.
Arjuna was asked to change his vision, not his mind. You are right. But why is it called divine vision? Because Arjuna was already seeing Krishna. To see Krishna transform is not ordinary. Why is it called what is the category of that divine vision? You mentioned it was explained in that book we just read now. Okay. I want somebody to answer it. Thank God the book is not with you. The book is with me because you have not bought your own. Only Kurashakti was the book, but you cannot open it because you are watching him also. Somebody else? Lila Suka, are you not there? Were you not listening to the purport? Hey, Babananda or Lila Suka? Which one of you?
Babananda. We are all here.
We are all here.
So I want to hear from you guys. I'm asking a question, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, speak.
I'm not feeling well. That is why.
Oh,
Sorry.
you're not feeling well?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Have you taken medicine?
Yes.
Well, what is wrong with you?
So malaria.
Oh, malaria. Sorry. Since when?
Yesterday.
Oh, sorry. I hope you have taken medicine, eh?
Yes.
After 3 days, if it's not going, go and take injection. Oh.
Okay. Okay.
Or you don't like injection?
Somehow I like.
Because one thing about all this kind of sickness is that when you take tablets sometimes go into the body, but it takes long time for the tablet to go into your veins. But when you take injection goes straight into the veins and fight all those germs and bacteria that is different between injection and tablets, So when you take tablets and it's not going, go for an injection, okay?
Okay, problem.
Okay. Lila Suka, sorry, eh? Lila Suka, at least you are okay. So tell us. Lila Suka. You're supposed to be Lila Suka, no? That is your name. Your name is Lila Suka.
The question again. The question again.
Oh, Krishna. Lila Suka did not get the question. Okay. So I'm saying, it was mentioned we are talking about the divine vision now. Okay. I want us to stop at that today. We're talking about the divine vision. So Arjuna was given divine vision. To see Krishna 200 form is not ordinary. So why Krishna is calling these eyes to see his universal form a divine vision? We read it now in Surrender Unto Me. I want to see who pick it up. If not, it's like we're just reading, nobody is picking it. So it means that we were just reading, nobody was listening. Oh, Krishna. Now I catch all of you.
But I was listening, but how I will answer the question is somehow difficult.
No, Lila Suka, just answer the way you like to answer. Don't worry. See, one thing we learned in Bhagavad Gita is that we should not be attached to success or failure. Just the process itself alone is enough. Just trying itself is pleasing. Whether it's successful, whether it's failure, Krishna said we should not be attached to it. Just trying itself, following the process is enough. Okay. I remember one time, one devotee was accusing me. He was telling me, he said, Prabhuji, I was trying to advise them about how they should start planning about the Ratha Yatra on time. They should plan the Ratha Yatra, so that they can really do things and really achieve big. So he was not trying to criticize me and tell me that, oh, what about your own Ratha Yatra you did in Lagos? It was a failure. I said, no, Prabhuji, it was not a failure. Okay. We will see the result of the activity. Krishna is looking at the process. That is why Krishna, if you read Bhagavad Gita again and again, he's telling us, don't be attached to your result. Don't be attached to your result. Don't be attached to the result, either good or bad, either success or failure. Again, if you read every chapter of Bhagavad Gita, you'll come across one verse that is talking about this. Don't be attached. Don't be attached. Don't be attached. Why Krishna is emphasizing it to Arjuna in performing of his duty? Because Krishna only cares about the consciousness, the bhava. The consciousness in which you are doing your duties is not about the result itself. Okay, let's continue. Nobody is talking. Okay, let us continue to look ourselves, each other for face. So, Yana. Yana, let's look.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
I wanted to ask something.
Okay, ask your question, but we'll still go back. Jamasami, you want to save? Oh yeah, now let me see whether you get it also yourself. Let me see. Jamasami, try.
That's what I was trying to say. I'm not saying that I really understand that verse, but
See, so you were reading, you were not even getting. You said you were reading and you were not getting it. Oh, I catch you.
I'm still a student now.
I catch you. Okay. Okay,
I was hoping to come back and ask question regarding this particular question you're asking already.
Okay, now tell me what you want to ask. Tell me what you want to ask. Let me know whether you got the point.
Okay. Now, in the verse, what I read, the one that I could understand, the Krishna was describing a particular vision that refers to that of the demigods.
That is what I'm asking you guys since. That is the answer. I was asking the question. That is the answer. It's the vision is called divine because the kind of eyes Krishna is giving to Arjuna is of the demigod's platform. It's divine. Okay. It's not like the woman being like us. The vision Arjuna is getting is not on the woman platform. That is what was explained in that book. But it's getting on the vision of because the human beings and the demigods, they don't have the same vision. You understand? What the demigods can see, we cannot see. Okay? They can see much more better than us spiritually. So it was mentioned that Arjuna was given divine vision, which of the level of the demigod, because the vision of Arjuna actually was higher than the demigods before. He was seeing Krishna face to face, the supreme personality of Godhead. So why did he need anything to see, Krishna? But because the universal form is a material manifestation of Krishna, how he pervades everything in the universe. So he needed the vision of the demigods to be able to see it. So that's why Krishna gave him that eyes, the divine vision. Is that understood now? Do you get it?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, Gaurashak Prabhu, explain what I...
Yes,
okay,
I understand now.
Yeah, okay, Prabhu, okay, Gaurashak Prabhu, repeat what I said so that we know that you understand. One thing is to understand, one thing is to be able to explain it. Explain. When you explain, then I will know you understood.
Okay. We say that this vision is on divine platform because the eyes Krishna gave to Arjuna, those eyes are divine eyes, chakshu.
Okay. I'm hearing you. We are still hearing you.
Yes. Okay. That is the explanation.
No, that is not the explanation. You didn't get the explanation.
Okay.
Re-explain it again.
I was saying that your question is to know why this vision is divine. And then the answer is that Krishna gave Arjuna divine eyes, chakshu. Chakshu. Okay, there is
Divya chakshu, divine vision.
Yes, divya chakshu, so that it could see.
Divya chakshu of which type? That is the main point. You are not adding that. That's what I'm asking you should replay. Somebody want to help?
Yes, the divine eyes of the demigods, like.
Okay. Go ahead, Stephen.
Yes, you mentioned that the divine eyes given to Arjuna is on the level of the demigods, like how the demigods see the whole material manifestation.
Thank you. Brother Prabhu, you got it now?
Yes, Prabhuji, I got it now.
Yeah, because the level of human being is completely different, So the demigods are higher than us, and also they have divine eye. They have divine vision. They see divinely, not like the way we see. We are so material, we cannot see spiritual things, but the demigods, they see spiritual things higher than us. Okay, so it was mentioned that Arjuna got such vision. So it's like a stepping down for Arjuna. Actually, a step down to the level of the demigod vision. Step down. Because he's already seen Krishna in his eternal form of Shamashunda, beautiful two-hand forms of Krishna. So why will he want to see? Why will he need any eyes again to see the universal form? Because the universal form is mentioned when we are reading Prabhupada's purport. That is a material manifestation. It doesn't exist in the spiritual world. Did you remember that?
Yes, yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. We
It doesn't
remember.
exist it's only in material manifestation of Krishna. It doesn't exist in the spiritual world. So it's only here in this material world. So the eyes Arjuna needs, to see that form is of that demigod platform. So he gave him that. So Jamasami, your question again, sorry.
Yes, thank you. So, like after saying that, His Holiness, sorry, so Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakur continues saying that there's also a vision for the demons, which Arjuna had a hint of it due to his desire. So I don't really understand that part. What is that
Okay.
demon vision that he required?
Okay, let me go back to the place and see what you are talking about. Let me see. The Vyashakshu refer to the division of a demigod, who, although having devotion, possess material desires, okay? It is divine because it is far above the vision of an ordinary human. Although it cannot compare with the truly divine, love-saturated vision possessed by a pure devotee. Without divine vision, an uncertain devotee such as Arjuna will have remained uninterested in the Lord's universal form. His consciousness was already always focused on Krishna in the 200 form. Where the demon was mentioned, okay, let me see here. In his purpose, Srila Prabhupada showed that Arjuna's attainment of divine vision was not a sign of Arjuna's advancement, because Krishna specifically awarded only the vision of the demigod and not the demigod mentality. Okay? That's why it was mentioned that the Arjuna's vision was changed, but not his mentality. Just like somebody remove your glass. Maybe you have a bad eye, or maybe you are using one glass before, thick glass, okay? And now the person wants you to see microscopic organism. And okay, remove this your glass. This one cannot see. And give you the one that is very thick, that can see small things. So Arjuna changed his vision. He changed his vision, not his mind. That is what is mentioned there. Because his mentality was not changed. Only the vision was changed. So it was mentioned here that I'm looking for that place where the demon was mentioned. Where was it mentioned?
Yeah, can you share the screen so I can follow and look for it too?
Okay. Make I give you that work. Make you look for them. I look for them. Yeah. Yeah, something is here, but I don't know where the demon was mentioned. Okay.
It hasn't come up. Okay, it's up now. Can you go up? Scroll up. Please scroll up.
This is the beginning of the purport.
Yeah, this is the beginning.
So it's not there. That's I'm trying to get where you said. Because it escaped my mind. Okay. Do you still want to see the demons?
Yes, bro. I want to know if I was mistaken or if it was actually there.
Okay.
Can you use the help of the find button?
Then it will take us to another level, no?
Okay.
Because there's so many demons, maybe something mentioned somewhere. Okay, let me search. We are in page 55, so let me search 1 minute. Demon, Abi?
Yes.
Yes. It's not there. Okay. Page 55. Can we continue?
Yeah.
Because I'm not seeing. Any other question related to that? Don't worry. Or you want to read it again?
Maybe you can share the copy with me, then I'll look for it.
No. Don't worry. Don't worry. You are very smart. Oh yeah, now read again. Smart
Okay.
Igbo girl. Yeah, read. You don't want to pay. You don't want to pay donation to Prabhu. Huh? Oh yeah, read.
Okay. Krishna used the word divya to describe the divine eyes or vision he will award to Arjuna to enable Arjuna to behold the universal form. Srila Vishvanatha Chakravarti Thakura poses and then answers the following question. Why did Arjuna need Krishna's gift of divine eyes to see the universal form when he was already so qualified that he was able to see Krishna's supreme form, his two-armed form? Divya Shakshu refers to the vision of the demigod who, although having devotion, possesses material desires. It is divine because it is far above the vision of an ordinary human. Although it cannot compare with the truly divine love saturated vision possessed by a pure devotee. Without Divya vision, an exalted devotee such as Arjuna would have remained uninterested in the Lord's universal form. His consciousness was always focused on Krishna in his two-armed form. Yashoda Devi, for example, while testing whether or not Krishna had eaten dirt, showed no interest whatsoever in Krishna's universal form. The universal form revealed to Yashoda did not contain the ghastly destructive Kalpa Rupa aspect that Arjuna will later see. In his purport, Srila Prabhupada shows that Arjuna attains the divine vision was not a sign of Arjuna's advancing because Krishna specifically awarded only the vision of the demigods and not the demigod mentality. Okay, probably this is where my mistake was. I think I thought it was
I saw that.
mentality.
I know that. That is where you are mistaken.
Which may have breed within Arjuna's attachment. It's not demon, sorry. It was demigod mentality.
Okay, so you clear it. So,
Thank you.
Any other point? Yeah, it's okay. So if you want me to share with you, you confirm with Prabhu. So if Prabhu give me your permission, I will share with you. Don't worry, okay? Are you hearing, Jama?
Prabhu, thank you.
Yeah, you confirm with Prabhu. So based on instruction, we'll share with those who are interested. Any comment, question? Let us round up. So we're stopping at test number 12 today. This description of Krishna divine form will continue on to test 32. So we'll be seeing the different forms of Krishna in form of, like you mentioned in that surrender unto me, Kala Rupa. Kala Rupa means in form of his time. Kala Rupa, time form. Any comment, question? Chaitanya Prema Prabhu, please, any contribution from your side? Babuji, are you still there? Yeah, Lila Suka.
Krishna. Oh, Bhavananda.
Oh, Bhavananda. I hope you are not stressing yourself.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Prabhu, along the line, on this, the one you share it now, I heard something that a pure devotees want to see the only two forms of the Supreme Lord. But I want to ask, what about the other forms of the Supreme Lord?
Like which one?
Either the 400 form or the other forms, different forms.
Yeah, yes. It depends on your rasa with the Lord, So because that forms we are talking about now, they are Narayan form, 400 form of Krishna. So Narayan form. So those who are those who are Lakshmi Narayan, who worship Lakshmi Narayan. There's some Vaishnava Sampradaya who worship Lakshmi Narayan. They will appreciate that form more. But the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they appreciate more the two-hand form of Krishna playing flutes. So it depends on your rasa with Krishna. But the pure devotee of the Lord who are on this Gaudiya Vaishnava, they prefer the two-handed form of Krishna, holding flute. Meanwhile, those who are in the line of Lakshmi Narayan, they will prefer the four-hand form of Krishna.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, but that does not mean that they are not pure, because before you can attain this, either of these two forms, you have to be very pure. You know, there's nothing like impurity for you to see any form of Krishna. Even the ordinary universal form that Arjuna need the demigod's vision to see, we cannot even see it because we are so material.
Okay, Prabhu.
Thank you, Babananda, for participating even when you are not okay. So please take good care of yourself. Today is Sunday. Take good care of yourself. Take medicine. If it's not going after 3 days, consult your doctor and take good injection. Okay, the injection will go straight into your veins and it will kill all those things that is disturbing your body. Okay?
Okay, Prabhu.
So good. Any other comment, contribution? If not, we can stop here and we continue next weekend to the universal form of Krishna. Okay. I was calling Chaitanya Prima Prabhu, no response. Prabhuji, are you there? Panchakapataru Vyascha Kripa Sindubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavani Vyo Vaishnavi Vyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
See you
Krishna.
next weekend.
Yeah.